Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this morning with Fred and Lucy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Lucy's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred's using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction. And the only correction that we give here at school is a little tug and release on the slip collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Lucy has been fitted with her very own training collar, and you'll be instructed on how to use that properly during your lesson. Now Lucy's sitting very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. The command is Lucy heel, and at this point her job is to walk next to your left leg without dragging you down the street, and each time that you stop your feet, Lucy has been taught to sit automatically to wait for her next command. And this is one of the main problems that a lot of people have when walking their dog, is that the dog is walking them. And this makes walking your dog a pleasure because she should match pace with you. If you're a power walker, she should walk quickly. If you want to walk slowly and have a conversation with someone, she walks slowly as well, and when you stop your feet, she sits automatically without being told. The next exercise that we're going to demonstrate is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. It's a stationary exercise, so we do not use her name. It's just the one word stay. The long sit stay when you're practicing at home is for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes, and you can practice this right in your home. When Fred returns back to his dog, he will walk all the way around her, returning all the way back around to heel position, and at this point, the dog expects to get another command. So each time you return to that original heel position, she expects you to tell her what you're going to do, or what you expect her to do. Fred leaves her in another stay. And these exercises are for you to incorporate into your everyday living situations with Lucy. This is drill work where we go over and over the same exercise. But when you get her home, you're going to practice these right in your house. Now this time, instead of returning to his dog, Fred's going to call her in. That's the recall or the come on command, and her job is to come and sit right in front, facing your knees, and then she returns back to heel position and back sitting. And Fred leaves her in another sit stay. The command is Lucy come. She comes right in front and she sits, and that prevents her from coming and jumping all over you. And then she returns back to heel and back sitting and waiting for her next command. The next commands that we're going to demonstrate for you are her down commands. And when you're dealing with a dog who has a little bit of an iffy temperament, has some problems with trying to be dominant, these are very important to use in and around your home. The first one is a down from heel position. So we're back at our original heel. Fred's going to use the open flat of his palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word command to down. He leaves her in a stay. And a long down stay when you're practicing in your home is for 3 minutes, working up to 5 minutes. This is a great exercise for developing self-control and maturity, keeps you top dog in the pack. When Fred returns back to his dog, he will walk all the way around her, just as he did on the sit stay, as an additional distraction. Now he's back to heel. He gives her a little pat for praise. And they're going to demonstrate that down from a heel one more time for us. The one-word command to down, stay. You can practice this while you're having dinner or watching TV. This time, instead of returning back to her, Fred's going to call her in, have her sit, very good girl, and then has her return all the way back around to heel position. Very nicely done. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is down from a distance. So we're going to have a lot of answers to all of your questions when you come. Fred leaves her in a sit-stay, walks out to the end of his training leash. This is the only time that you will see Fred use his right hand to give the command. She anticipated the COME. We'll show you that again. She caught herself halfway through. She anticipated that Fred was going to call her. So we'll demonstrate that one more time for you. And you don't get flustered if she makes a mistake. You know, she's been in training for 2 weeks. They do start to anticipate what the next command's going to be. She's not going to cooperate on this command. Why don't you return to her friend and heal her out of it? And we're going to do this down from a distance. Sooner or later here. Always have your dog sitting before you go to place her into a down as well. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that. There you go. That's how it's done. Perfect. Now we've demonstrated for you your heel, your automatic sit, your stay, your down from a distance, and your come. These are the exercises that we're going to have you practice with Lucy when she comes home, and also incorporate into your everyday living situations with her. She's learned a lot while she's been here at school. She's a nice girl, and she's very, very bright. We've enjoyed having her, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training.